Hey, what's going on? Certainly got a look about me. What are you talking about? Oh, maybe the thumbnail. Do, 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 do. Mm. All right. Hello, hello. Hey, Steve, what's going on? I was actually going to go live a little bit earlier, but then I saw you going live on there, so I stopped it. But I didn't see it live now, so I figured I'll hop on because I got to do a bunch of stuff on here in prep for a show tomorrow. So I figured why not? Might as well. Bob, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to be starting off with something fun using this bad boy. Oh, you canceled yours because you saw mine? Dude, I was going to go earlier and then I stopped mine because I saw yours. But originally, I mean, technically I was scheduled for 4 o'clock, but then I had the sudden realization that I have a show tomorrow and I've got still a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to do before the show. So I figured I'd go earlier. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what I got to do on here. Ray, how are you? I need to do real work anyways. So, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. So back when I first got this lathe, that would have been like last spring. This was the first lathe that I had in quite a while. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Hopefully it's going to be good. It's inside a mall. So in any case, oh, who else is on Hobby House? Hello, hello. So the first project that I turned on this lathe was a maple burl that I had for years. Hang on, I'm gonna turn a light off. That I had for years, and so I turned it. Now it was the hardest thing I have ever turned. It's a little tiny bowl and it weighs about 5 pounds. That's how solid this thing is. So I never quite finished it, and so my wife was asking if I'm gonna like spin it and thin the walls and deepen the bowl, and so I'm gonna try and do that for her before I get back to the stuff for the show. Jesse, how are you? Um, in any case, before getting into some of that stuff, just a couple really quick shout outs here. Number one, this was a new sponsor Genmitsu that sent a CNC machine. So I wanted to thank them. In addition to that, I also wanted to give a special mention to Creality. They have a new machine coming up. I am super excited for it, and they're going to be sending one probably in mid-March. Can't give you any more information than that, other than it is the coolest concept for a laser that I have seen. So I'm really excited about that. And going beyond that, I also have what will likely be a new sponsor coming onto the channel locally. So if you're in Canada and Ontario, this is a great wood supplier. You got to check them out. It's these guys here, the Woodshed, which is woodshedlumber.com. Okay, go check them out. That they are actually the suppliers of where I get all of my current blanks now. So we're going to work together a little bit. But as an example, this was an 8-inch. I'm not going to turn this one yet. This is a next weekend project because I got to do show stuff. But this is 8-inch by 3-inch sapele. So, I think that's how you say it. Anyways, this is going to be a nice one, and like just smells beautifully, nice and labeled. But then all kinds of other stuffs and exotics and whatnot. So super cool over there. Amazing people. So if you're in here, check out woodshedlumber.com. The link is in the description. Same with whole bunch of other sponsors. I'm going to use some of the stuff here in the stream. Bumble Shoots. They are absolutely amazing for finishing products. So check them out. And there's quite a few other sponsors in there as well. Strong Ink pen kits. That's a big one. And they're actually sending me some more, which is awesome because I turned all the kits, but I'm super excited to get back into those. You've heard of Woodshed? Yeah, Woodshed. So I met the president, Dan, last weekend in person at a show, and he was an awesome dude. And I've actually didn't realize I've talked to them on the phone before, which was freaking amazing. And they've got quite the selection if you go to their site. So make sure, especially if you're local in Ontario and Canada, or just in Canada, because they do ship. They do ship within Canada, I believe. So should be good there. But definitely make sure to check them out. In any case, all right, let's show you this bowl that I got to fix up. Okay, so this you can see the reason why I've got to put it back on the lathe. It's not deep enough. The walls are really thick. At this point, I only had cheap turning tools. They didn't work very good. So, but if you look at the character in this, like this is one hell of a burl, right? So it's got a lot of character to it that I'm really trying to keep. So this thing fits in the palm of my hand, and it's not 5 pounds. This is probably about 3 pounds. That's how solid this thing is. So I'm gonna see. Mike, what's up, man? Hobby House, thank you so much. Appreciate that. So we're gonna put this back on the lathe, and that's where I'm gonna use these Coles jaws and support it with a tailstock so it doesn't fly out like the last time I tried that, which was ridiculous. Yeah, should be pretty good. We're gonna put a mortise in the back side of this. That way I can flip it around. I can put it back on the chuck, and then I can gradually dig away at the inside. So that's kind of the goal to get this one done. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to get this on the chuck, and then I'm going to suit up and wearing my PPE for this one, my face shield and everything, because if this thing flies off and hits me in the face, I am probably going on a hospital trip because of how solid this thing is. I mean, I'm kidding a little bit, but I'm putting on a face shield for this one. Okay, that's not too bad. It's spinning pretty good. She's going to be a tough one to turn, that's for sure. But yeah, so if you're in here, appreciate you being in here, really do. But make sure to double tap the screen or hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Grab a membership if you want. That's always great. Just help support the channel. And participate in the chat. Why not? Right? Have some fun. You're in Michigan. Canada is close, but going to be closer soon. How is it going to be closer soon? I'm really curious on that one. I can only imagine what's going to come out next after that comment. And then, so I'm gonna fix up this bowl. I'm gonna do some pens, and then I also have this here, which is an ice cream scoop. So we're gonna make a handle for this one. I bought a couple of these when I was at the show last week. I wanted to give them a try, and I'm gonna do some pens. I already made some pens today. So this is a bloodwood, I believe that is. And this one is a purple heart. So these are just the slimline kit. So that's 2 more. But I might make some more pen kits also. We shall see. Yeah, from William Woodwright. 100%. That's where it's from. Yeah. It is. So I went to a show at their place last weekend, and it was awesome. They actually they gave away they had a giveaway for pen blanks. I took my son, and he won the giveaway for an acrylic blank that was printed on the brass tube. So he picked the Toronto Blue Jays one. It was pretty cool. And then he took the pen that we made out of it. He took it to school and gave it away to his teacher. So, all right. Let me just see. Slingshot line pen, slimline pen. Yeah, it's a slimline pen. That you loved turning, didn't you? No, no. So that was the first acrylic pen blank that I turned, and it's probably going to be the last acrylic pen blank that I turned. It was messy. It was not fun. I did not enjoy it at all. I like turning wood stuff, so that's primarily what I'm going to be sticking with. But at least I tried it. So Upper Peninsula to Pickford, Sault Ste. Marie. Any closer? Oh, I'll be in the lake. Currently in the Lower Peninsula. Okay, okay, fair enough. So you're not far at all, right? You could just order stuff from the woodshed, have it shipped somewhere out there, and then just go across the border and pick it up. That's perfect. Okay, I'm going to let's get my hat off. And let's get the face shield on so we can finish this bowl of doom. I'm just kidding. It's not really a bowl of doom. It's not that bad. Good idea. Perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, Woodshed, great place. Definitely check them out. Oh, the other thing mentioned for anybody who is local, May 30th, they've got a whole networking thing going on at their place in Smithsville, which would be pretty cool. Live wood turning demonstrations, all kinds of different stuff. So if you're around, if you're local, definitely make sure you check it out. All right. I'm also putting the camera at the end because if this thing flies off, I don't want it to break the camera like I feel it will because it's so freaking solid. So back here, I'm gonna use some carbides just to get this mortise in place, and then we'll go from there. And don't worry, don't be nervous if you're watching this. Even if this piece loosens up, these coal jaws, even if they loosen up, it's held in by the tailstock. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fly off because it can't physically fly off right now. Just FYI. That is a horrible commute for you, Mike. I mean, if you want to make the commute, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Remember, Strong Ink does acrylic blanks. Yes, so I know they do acrylic blanks. And if they send some, I'll do it. But it's not like it's not really something I want to do. But if they show up, I'll do it. Okay. Let's see how that turns. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to scrape this a bit with a bowl gouge. So all I'm doing right now is just flattening the bottom back out. Mike, man, you're pretty good. The RPM is 1,117, and you set up to 1,100. My God, dude. That's pretty freaking accurate. Okay, so it's cutting a lot better than I remember when I did it before. That's probably because the tools that I had before that I used were no good. All right. I remember this is just for the mortise, right? So, and this was not going to the show. This one belongs to my wife. So, it needs to look better than any other ones. Period. All right, let's. What brand of tools am I using? So these carbides, I made them myself. So I got the bars. These came from Banggood. So I believe you can check these out. There's a link in the description for these two because they sent them to me. The handles and the collet and everything on these ones I made myself. These are just hard maple handles. The non-carbide tools like the bowl gouge, these are made by, these ones are Busy Bee tools. But some of the other ones you'll probably see me use are these black ones, which are made by Fine by Tool. Another good, definitely another good brand to check out for this stuff. So long as the shipping is good, just make sure if you're going to order stuff from Fine by Tool, double check your shipping. Unfortunately, there may be somebody in here not having the best experience with that right now, and it's stupid. But with that being said, they're a good company. I think it's just communication. That's all. I would still say, what brand shows you skill and reading the materials, but not lucky guess. I wouldn't. I mean, don't discount yourself too much there. Skill and reading the materials. Could see that. Yep. All right, I got to just get the center of this out. Mm-hmm. See, that's where I was getting nervous about this thing flying off, but it didn't. Woo! Thank God. Okay. All right. Now we're good. I feel better. Because once I put it on the other chuck, now I'll feel better about it. It's just these coal jaws. Or coal jaws. There we go. All right. Nobody died. It's all good. Let's get this switched over. 381 in here and only 19 likes. Let's get this up to, let's see if we can do it. If every single one of you double tap that screen, that's going to put like 300 likes on this video, and that is going to blast this video out everywhere. So double tap that screen, hit that like button. Let's see how much we can blow this stream up, which is going to like blast it out everywhere across the internet. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, we got 6 more. Let's keep going. Got 6 more likes. Let's get some more likes than that. Oh, there's another. Keep going. Looking good. Steve Anderson. Hey there. How are you? How you doing? Mike, what's going on, man? Robert, how are you? Okay. Beauty. Don't you like check this out? Like this burl is beautiful. Mike, this is the first one I turned right after I bought this lathe, but my wife has asked me to fix it up and finish it. So this is a more important project than anything I am doing for the show. So it's got to be done right. Oh, you remember? Nice. So we're going to thin the walls, deepen it a little bit, take the nub out, Yeah, this should be fun. Now, this one was really freaking tough last time, so I don't remember exactly how it is, how it'll be now, but let's see. That looks real pretty. Thank you very much, Hobby House. I appreciate that. Hobby House, what's your name? Or I could keep calling you Hobby House. That's up to you. Either way is fine. Oh, okay. Freaking smooth. Hell yeah. Sounds good, Mike. All right, let's take our tailstock off. Actually, might be a little bit easier, possibly. Yeah, to use this bad boy. This bad boy works really well. Oh, Nicole, awesome. Okay. It's going to pop up when the finish goes on. This here, you mean, if you're talking about this. So it's actually already got a finish on it. Will it pop a little bit if you're talking about the grain popping? Yes, absolutely. But that is no problem. There we go. That should be good. See, at least this way, if I have this tool rest in here, it still can't fly at me, even if it gets loose off here. So, okay, where are we at? 35 likes. That's pretty good. Okay, you guys have picked it up. But we got 438 in here and only 35 likes. So just tap that screen. Oh, 36. It's going up. Let's see if we can get it to at least 100 likes. At least 100 likes. All right. I'm going to grab my bowl gouge, my trusty bowl gouge, and put my face shield down so I can avoid sudden imminent death with turning this thing, and let's get it going. Now, one thing I do have to be careful of, I know, is this piece right here, because I don't know how deep that goes. I'm not at it, but I should be okay. I'm also going to, where is it here? I'm going to switch my speeds. I'm going to switch my speeds on my lathe over, make it a bit easier here. Pain in the arse on this one a little bit because of how I got to do it, but you get used to it. All right, let's see. Now it's going to have a little bit more torque, so it's not going to slow down as much. YouTube changed it so you can't see the names. Mine used to read Nicole at Hobby. Oh, really? Oh, that's weird. Interesting. Okay. Let's get this going. You know what's going to help is some light. There we go. Hang on a sec. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay. After I move, I can visit your shop. That would be fun. Yeah, always. So what I'm being very careful of is that sidewall. And so if I can't take the inside down too much, what I'll do, not that, I don't want to do that, is I'll take down the outside a little bit. Nope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see some of that crack starting through. So, okay, so I'm going to smooth out. I'm going to smooth out the inside of this. I'm going to have to go at it from the outside. But it is all good. Okay, hang on. That's wobbling a little bit. Let's. Okay, that's not bad. I feel better. Just had to make sure it was tight. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use my negative rake. I'm going to see if I can't maybe try to clean it up a little. I don't use this one all the time, but I feel like it needs to be sharpened a little bit. Okay, that's a little better so far. Martin, how are you? Appreciate you being in here. What do we got? 51 likes. Nice. 600 people. Come on, everyone. Let's double tap that screen. Hit that like button. See how much we can blast this out. Maybe we can go for 200 likes total. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it goes. Definitely needs to be sharpened. So I want to get this deeper. Now the bowl gouge is having a bit of a challenge doing it, and my lathe is wobbling all over the table. So what I might do is see if I can attack this with the carbide a little bit. $200 likes gets a drawing for a pen. I mean, I guess we could do something like that. Of course, it would depend on where it's shipping. But actually, you know what? No, I'm going to use... yeah, that one's no good. Okay. I'll have to see about the pen thing. I'll see about that. Maybe I'll do that one next time. No, I appreciate that, Nicole. I really, really do. Really appreciate it. Okay. Bear with me for a second. I'm gonna spinning my carbide bit around so I got a nice sharp part. So I'm gonna try to dig this out a little. See if we can do it. You know what, Nicole? I'm not going to do it this live, but you've given me an idea. I'm going to see about coming up with some sort of giveaway for a live coming up. I'm absolutely going to do that. Okay. Back cut on a bowl gouge. Yeah, I can, except this one here. So this one is not side grain. This is, yeah, I believe that's the end grain. So it's not liking it too much to do that. So I'm just going to see what this will do. Square carbide down the sides for depth. So I'm not going to go square carbide down the sides. I'm not actually going to take the sides down at all anymore because this little knot right there, I can already see through it. I can already feel through it on this side. So I'm going to try to take the outside down a little bit more. I don't really want to take the inside down too much more. So we're going to see how this goes. Get our tool rest. Hello, Prince. What are you talking about? Okay. All right, we got a bunch of weird comments coming in. Like, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Appreciate you being in here, brother. All of you. Appreciate all you being in here. Let's see how that's looking. Refinishing the a bowl, which is actually the first bowl that I turned when I bought this lathe, or I guess really when I first started getting back into it, for the most part. So I can't go too much deeper on the bottom either because it's all split. I'm gonna go a little bit more. The carbide's doing a good job, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Now, this is a decorative bowl. So I'm going to probably finish this with a lacquer to seal it. Okay. Okay, little bit to fix up on the side. I'm gonna be careful here because this is where it's starting to get a little bit fragile, so I'm gonna be careful there. Ever used wood from a plum tree? I have not. No. It's kind of hard to tell with the light. Actually, yeah, it is. Hang on. I mean, there's that. See if that might help a little bit better. Let me move that to move the light out of the way. See if this will help. Kind of dull it a little bit. You guys let me know. I think it helps. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Thanks for John, Jacob. Appreciate you mentioning that. So this is an existing bowl. So this is the first one that I turned on this lathe. And all I'm doing is basically finishing it up because with this one here, so this is for my wife. This is a burl, a maple burl that we had. Oh God, we had it for years. Just kept following us everywhere we went. So once I got the lathe, I decided to turn it, but I didn't quite have the tools to do as good a job as I wanted to. Now I do. So my wife asked me to redo it, and so it's for my wife. So it makes it the most important piece that I've done on here. So I want to make sure it's done really nice for her. Okay, so that's probably good for the inside. Used a wood plum tree to make spinning tops, and your kids love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Beautiful. Oh, 80 likes. 80 likes. We're almost at 100. We can get up there, everybody. We can do this. Right? We can absolutely do this. All right. Okay, I'm just going to readjust this here because we're going to trim up the outside a bit now. However, for the outside, I should be able to use my bowl gouge. You want to try turning at some point. Nicole, it is so much fun. And all I would suggest is just buy a small lathe. Like this is only a 12 by 18. This one's not big, but it's still doing 10-inch diameter bowls, which is honestly is pretty good. Let me just see here. Hang on, and I'll move the camera in a second. Just give me a minute. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let me move the camera around so you can kind of see if I can get you a bit of a better view. Maybe right there. Let me see how that is. That's pretty good. That's an up top view. Lathe is the cheapest, expensive. Yeah, well, they're not cheap, but they don't have to be expensive either. Small one from Harbor Freight to start on. So what size is it? So the 12 by 18, it means though it's like a 12-inch diameter this way it can do, and then it's an 18-inch length. Depends on what you want to turn. If you're going to turn spindles and whatnot, a lathe like this doesn't work. You need a longer one. Well, that hurt getting nailed in the throat with that. Ooh. Looks insanely good. Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. There's been a lot of us on YouTube now that are doing wood turning, a lot of live turning, which is amazing because it's not the easiest thing to do, but when you do it live, you can't hide anything, you can't sugarcoat it, anything, right? It's not a video, you can just go and edit stuff out. I'm going to be careful here because I've got those knot areas, and I do not see that. That's what I'm trying to be careful of because I want to preserve that. Okay. So okay, I'm going to use a carbide just around that one spot where the knots are. It's going to be easier to keep that smooth and to control it. I think. We'll see. It's definitely thinned it out, but that's getting pretty thin. So I got to start being careful. It's definitely better than what it was. I feel like I can still get the inside a little bit thinner. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'm just not going to give it a try up this high, but I think I'm gonna do that. That's gonna look pretty sweet. 94 likes, nice. We are getting there, everyone. 6 more likes, and we hit our goal of 100. Then we can change our goal to well, hell, let's change our goal to 200. And let's see if we can get 200 likes. That'd be amazing. Okay. Now I gotta lift it up. There we go. All right, let's see. Better. Okay, it's definitely better. Just curve that a little more. That feels much better on the inside. Okay. Much happier with that. Now we just got to get the outside all smoothed up. Angelique, you have a question? Sure. Shoot. The Eric, do I have any other lathes? No, I do not have any other lathes. This is the only one I have. Would I love to have more? Absolutely, I would. 100%, hands down. I would take them. As a matter of fact, I would love a big one. And this is just kind of a local, like this is a Craftex brand lathe. So it's not a bad lathe. I'm going to move this angle a little bit, but I would definitely love to get another one. All right, let's put it there. Because I think we're past the point that the worrying about this thing flying off and hitting me in the face. So I think we're good. Where are you located? I am in Canada, Ontario, Canada. How could someone learn to do this? You've had your dad's lathe and tools from when he passed away. I never get rid of them, but I've never used it. So if you want to get started in this, what I would honestly say, I'm not being biased because I'm on here, but YouTube has an amazing wood turning community. Just search it up. There's quite a few you can go to. The Whack and Shack, 77 Rockets. There's, of course, this channel here. New Beginnings Woodworking is another one. 2-minute tips for wood turners. Jeff, that's another. There's all kinds. So check out all the other channels, and start learning from them. You can use you can use carbide tools, or start with carbide tools. That's usually the easiest way, and then you can work your way up to the traditional tools, or you can just use the traditional tools right off the bat. It doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. All that really matters with this, all that matters is that you have fun doing it. That's the way that I look at it. That's the most important part. Dang, you're in the US, got a couple lathes. Ah, damn. I would love to say that that I could help take those off your hands, or one of those off your hands for sure. Now the lathe movement in the US is really taken off, so maybe you'd have some luck with some other people down there. Or if there's anybody else in the chat that you'd want to connect with that might be looking for a lathe. You never know, right? All I'm doing right now is basically using the bowl gouge as a scraper. That's looking much better. I'll smooth some of that out with some sandpaper. 7 by 12 for 800 US. Interesting that the bigger machine is the cheaper one. Yeah, if you're just starting up, like a 10 by 18, there's nothing wrong with that. That's only a tiny bit smaller than this one. And the only way it's actually smaller is the height of this part, right? Because it allows you to do a 10-inch diameter instead. Mine does a 12-inch. That's all. What kind of wood is this? So this is a maple burl. This is a full maple burl. It's one that I turned it quite a while ago, and did it for my wife, and I'm just kind of fixing it up again, right? Making it look a little bit better than what it did. So actually, I like that taper that I have here. So I'm going to take my skew and I'm going to see if I can kind of carry on that taper a little bit more, a little bit better. Beautiful. It's a nice square edge taper. I love that. Okay. Now let's see what we can. I'm going to take my mask off there, and let's see what we can do for sanding this thing. And I'll catch up on comments. Just started turning, having fun, making mistakes. You'll get good so fast you won't believe. Oh, 100%, Derek. 100% you will get good that fast. Yep. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, my son and I have a day in Daddy's shop planned. Oh, that's awesome. That is very, very cool. Enjoy that. All right. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to take the microphone off my shirt because it's noisy. But I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to spin it while I also spin it with this like an orbital. So that way I don't get any of the sand marks. And then we're going to do our finish on this because I really don't want to take this down any further than what it is now. I think for the most part, we're pretty good. Just looking at something actually I just noticed. And I'm going to use, I think, detail tool for this. So the bottom of the bowl's not quite flat. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my safety glasses on for this. Just because I'm not taking big chunks away. Nice and smooth. Beauty. Okay. I'm going to take this off for a second and get this sanded down. But in the meantime, if you can hit that like button or double tap that screen while you're in here, that would be amazing. All right. Let's tighten this chuck up. And let's get this thing all sanded. This is sanding to 120 first. I'm just trying to get all the lines out of it. hang on one sec, because I forgot to do something that I should have done. Just because I can feel it, and I forgot to put on my mask, so I was going to make it a bit easier. Okay. Now we'll move up to the next grit. 240. All right, and then 320. Okay. Just going to get my compressor. Oh, hey, bud. Okay. Welcome home, bud. My son's just getting home from school. Okay. So, we're pretty good. So now I'm going to break out the lacquer and get this done up. Yeah, definitely, Ray. I need it. I knew I did. It's just I forgot. 136 likes. That's amazing. Let's go for 200. We can do 200 likes. I think we can do 200 likes in here for sure. You can taste if you can taste your work. Taste your work. Mask up. 100%. Oh, perfect, bud. All right, lacquer. Thanks, buddy. This I'm not worried about a mask for. I'm gonna spray it away from me. It is the exact same as the other bowl because it is the other bowl actually. It is? Yes, it is. Your mom asked me to refinish it or to redo it. Okay, so let's see how this does with some lacquer. Oh, hang on. There we go. What? Did you show them the drill? No. You should. Not yet. All right, I'm going to give this a minute because I'm going to put multiple coats on it. But I do love lacquer because it dries fast, and you get a really nice clear coat on it. Oh, there's my son. He's home from school. Maybe remove the old dust before you start new grit. Yeah, it's a good call, Don. I really should have done that. I was just pushing through it a bit quicker. This will really get him going. Dave, you should totally fill that beautiful natural void with resin because we love it. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. I'm not doing resin. I will not do it. Nope. I did one blank. Done. Nope. Not again. Not a fan. Not at all. Okay. Okay. Almost. All right. That should be good. Where's that one? Right there. Now we'll let that dry. There, I do not like the look of it. No, well, it's not that I don't like the look of resin. Like I'm okay with it, but I just prefer wood. It's more natural to me. I don't know. Bonsai, little timber. Jim, hang on. Oh, Jim and Mike say hi. Which? Where was that? No, that's for the ice cream scoop. Yep. What? Yeah. You were already using that one. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna. That's turning right now to dry. I'm just gonna blow myself off really quick here. Oh, okay. Hang on. Sorry. Sure. You want to test it? Go for it. Oh, that's loud. Got a pocket full of sawdust. 100%. 100%, Mike. Same. I like the feel of wood. All right. Not for everybody. All right. So look at that. So it's got a lacquer coating. Lots and lots of character on this one. Hang on. Let me move this stupid light. Anyway, there we go. Lots of character in it. So I didn't go any deeper because of all of these cracks down here. They're coming through pretty good. Could he make an oversized toothpick to hold toothpicks? Yeah, I probably could. That's just weird. What is that? So this is a maple burl, and this is just a bowl. I turned. This is the first one that I turned on this lathe. My wife asked me if I could just maybe kind of fix it up a little bit. Hang on. Just to fix it up a little bit. So I did that, turned it, made it thinner walls, a little bit deeper, and we're good. And now you can actually see right through here. What's up?
I'm here for wood shaving at you.
Okay. Anyways. Soapstone is nasty dust. Yeah. How heavy is it now? I mean, I removed quite a bit. I don't know. It's probably 2 pounds now still. Like it's still got a fair amount of weight to it. Finishing the bottom. Well, the bottom, I mean, it was already finished. And when I sprayed it, I did get this whole part covered in lacquer already. So this one's staying here. This one does not get sold. So I think for the most part, that is done. And we're going to move to the next part. What's that?
I tried the drill.
Uh-huh.
On 2 different spots.
Oh, nice.
That's not for the drill. That's for the drill.
I figured, buddy.
Yeah.
The drill will work. We had a hand drill given by my father that he had. I picked it up yesterday. A really cool one, a Stanley one. So he was just my son was just trying it out. What's that? If you want. So next thing we're gonna do is this ice cream scoop. But the ice cream scoop is not as easy because with the ice cream scoop, it's got to be epoxied in. So what I'll likely do is I'll turn the scoop and get it fit and everything. So that way I can show you what it looks like, and we'll finish it and all that sort of stuff. And yeah. Why?
So I can tell them about it.
Just bring it over here, buddy. You want to show it?
You do this describing. I'll just show them, I guess.
Lots of dealers online will sell a pallet. Huh. Yeah, fair enough. Beautiful bowl. Thank you very much, Lynn. I appreciate that. Now you have to sign it from you to your wife with a month and year. Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea. What is it? Yeah. So that's it there. It's a Stanley. So it's pretty cool. Still got the bit in it and everything. Okay. All right. So next, we're gonna do this. We gotta drill about I think it's an inch and a bit in, if I remember correctly. And that is with this guy here. I think this is 31/64. Yeah, 31/64 of an inch. I am so happy I got a keyless chuck. It is so much easier. So I already had it set from the last one that I did. So I just have to go up to there and then we're good. So I'm going to do that next. Thanks very much, Nicole. Nicole from Hobby House said she said, handsome young man you have.
You made my day.
What's that? No, well, you come over here. Come here.
You made my day.
Says you made his day. Amazing. But 2 of those hole makers recently and never used them. They're really cool. Is that a Stanley brace? So if you're talking about the drill, so yes, it's a Stanley. Brace, I'm not sure, but it's got right here number 923 10-inch. So it's a Stanley 923?
900 is the 923rd model, I believe.
923rd model, or I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Well, Stanley also
Did you
called
show
their stuff
paper?
by numbers.
Hot twists?
No, I didn't go into that just because we're gonna do this. All right. Okay. What's that?
This is my ES for today at school.
When did they say it's cool?
Monday they're gonna bring something from the NES.
They're gonna bring something from the NES.
Yep.
Very
The
cool.
original Power Glove.
Oh, the Nintendo Power Glove.
Yep.
Wow.
The original NES. They still have a Super Nintendo, a full-size NES, and the Power Glove.
That's crazy.
That retails for about $100 to $200.
Interesting. Okay. We're gonna drill our hole in this, and we're gonna get our ice cream scoop going. All right, bud. Love you. All right, let's do this. Actually, hang on a sec. I'm gonna flip our gears over because we can take this one a bit faster. What do we got? 148 likes. That's amazing. Let's see if we can get another 60 likes. Let's get another 60 likes in here. Let's see if we can. I think we can do it. Come on. So don't mind me. I'm switching the belts. And then once I've got them switched, then we'll be good to go. It's a pain because I can't see. Okay. There we go. Another 50 likes. Oh, absolutely. We'll get another 50 likes. Absolutely. Yeah, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be amazing. Helps the stream, blasts it out, which is wicked. Yeah, awesome. Huge help. You can also subscribe to the channel and grab a membership if you want to. That would also be amazing. Go live. Bumble my way through the learning process. Nicole, if you go live, Um, so if you go, when you get a lathe, if you go live and you like put it to like announce it in advance or whatnot, and come into some of these other live streams and let us know when you go live, we'll all jump into your stream and we can kind of help you along the way as you're going. Okay. All right, let's get this drilled out. This maple is hard to drill out sometimes because it's solid as a rock. All right. Perfect. Very good. So now, I'll take this just to be sure. Good. We got a good fit. So it's got a little bit of space in there, but that's because it needs room for the epoxy. So that's a good thing. Now, the other part of it, as we're turning, we got this little collar that's going to go over top as well. Now, I do believe we're going to use a caliper for this, but I believe this is 3/4 of an inch, I think is what I measured it at last time. $19.89 millimeters. Okay. So we're going to go just over 20 millimeters. Just over 20 millimeters right on the end here. And what we'll do is we'll put the live end in right there just to kind of help hold it in place a bit. All right, what am I making now? So I am making the handle for an ice cream scoop. And then I got to epoxy. I've got to epoxy it in, which I actually can do right here at the lathe. So I'll probably do that. Anyways, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Rich, how's it going, man? How are you? Thanks for popping in. All right. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So I'm going to use the roughing gouge. So Find My tool. Absolutely amazing. Check these people out. Good tools. So I'm going to use the roughing gouge on here just to get this rounded up. And we're good. All right. Now this wood here, it is harder. So I'm wearing I don't have my face shield on, but I should be okay with this because it's protected at both ends. It can't really physically fly out, but we'll see. We shall see. But freshly sharpened as well, so that's going to help. Let me adjust this real quick, just so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. That's a bit better. Buying blanks or flats. Gotta love the rabbit holes. Oh, that was an oops. Complete my bad. We're getting there. 163 likes. That's not bad. But we got over 300 people, so let's see if we can do more than that. Make sure we're not split or anything on this. Yeah, we are one solid piece. Good. So this is actually part of a bowling alley lane that I had. All right. Heck, we're going to flip to our bowl gouge now. All right. Take care. You're more than welcome. This is where I got to start checking the diameter here. I'm getting there. I'm about probably 7-8 millimeters out. All right, let's see how that is for the collar. It's not bad. That's actually got to go down a tiny bit more. Still more. What's the ideal diameter for this? So right where the collar is that I'm going for right now, that is 3/4 of an inch, basically. Outside of that, it's really whatever is comfortable in your hand. So I don't have a set diameter. You know what? That's pretty good. It's just, you know what, that is. So I'm going to cut that off because I went down a little bit too far, just a little bit. So I'm going to take my parting tool and cut and part that down a little bit. Move that microphone so I don't make you all deaf. Thought I saw an unwanted movement. My scoop head came from William Woodwright. Okay. So all I did was take that little tiny bit off. If I have to drill the hole a little bit deeper, I will. But honestly, I think I'll be fine. Okay. A little bit more. When you say depth on this, if you're talking about the depth of the collar that I'm putting on, it might be the equivalent of 1/8 of an inch. There we go. That's a better fit. Much better fit. Okay. So that's nice and snug. So now the end is good. Now we shape the rest. Now it's definitely too big. I'll put this over here. That might help. It's definitely too big a diameter. So we're going to kind of pare it down a bit. Okay, we're going to really kind of dig this down, get that diameter smaller. Where I get my scoops? The scoop came from William Woodwright. The website is penblanks.ca. That's where it came from. Okay, that's pretty good for a handle. So now I'm going to start trimming the back side down, like tapering it around. But first, let's tighten this. Just to make sure we're not going to kill ourselves. Ronnie from GA. Ronnie, how are you? Yeah, microphone. Sorry about that, Don. Yeah, the microphone was sitting on the shelf because I didn't want to make you guys deaf. Right? My bad. But I got it back on now. So we're good. So now I just got to taper the back down. It gets tricky. It gets a bit tricky because of being back here. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. That was a bad idea, but that's okay. Just got to taper the back down. That was odd. Ah, loosened up. All right. Moved a little bit on me. That's all right. All good. Those look like fun to make. Yeah, you know what? They are fun to make. All you really got to do is make the handle, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. And like you can do, you know, whatever fancy stuff you want. I think that is pretty good. All right, we're going to try that collar one more time. Matter of fact, the collar's actually not going down far enough. So, I'm going to bring that back a little. Let's see if that works. Yep, that should work. All right, we'll smooth that out. We're going to sand it and finish it up. Okay. Burn wire. Are you going to use a burn wire on it? I certainly can. I can use a wire, or I can actually just use wood. But like a piece of wood, if you're referring to just kind of burning some lines in it, like burn a line here, burn a line here, that sort of thing. What's up, Mike? Okay, so all right, you know what? I'm gonna get this sanded real quick first. Just gonna move this microphone over while I run the sander. Okay, let's sand this up, and then we'll see about a design. So I'm going from 120 up to 320. Okay. So I'm going to take some mesh and do the back side here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're pretty smooth. So now, 184. Oh man, we're almost at 200 likes. Come on, 16 more likes. We can do this. We got this. Okay. So the wire, I think I got rid of the wire, but maybe I'll do some burn lines, a couple of them up here. And I'll do those. Here, I'll move this over. Bear with me for a sec. There's like 3 mounts on here. Okay, there we go. So I'll put this over here. See if I can grab a piece of this stuff that I've got in a scrap bin because I know I had some. No, not that stuff. Hang on here. That'll work. We'll burn some lines that way. Burnish or sand the sawdust with the sawdust. So I have burnished many times with the sawdust from the burn. Yes, 100%. Guitar string, it does work well. I had one. I think I threw it out. So I do not have that one anymore. But let's do this. Just using... Not sure how I like that, though. Yeah, no, don't like it. Not at all. Nope. So we're going to sand that off. I just wanted to try it that way just to see what it would do. Well, what is that? It's hard maple. Yeah, it's pretty sure it's hard maple. Okay. Hang on a second here. Let's try some of the mesh on this one. Yeah, it doesn't work the same. Hang on. I'm going to get some 120 on my drill. No, it was a good thought. Okay, now I'm just going to tune it up with some of the mesh. And we'll go to some higher. Let me grab the air compressor to blow this off. Because then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on some Superior Grit. Sand it up that way. Got any copper wire in the shop? No, not offhand right now. But that's okay. I'm not worried about it. So we're going to go to some Superior Grit because I want to finish this one up so I can move on to another. And this is for sanding. Gives it a really fine finish. Need the link for this stuff? It's Yorkshire Grit, Mike. That's basically what it is, just a Canadian version. But it's the company it's just called Superior Grit. Or you can get the Easy Wood Tools version, which is now the Yorkshire Grit. No, so this is it's Yorkshire Grit. So essentially, what you do is you sand your workpiece up to like a 320 grit, and then you use this stuff to tune it up even higher. So this, to a certain extent, it kind of takes place of the need for mesh sanding when you're doing like really fine finishes on pens and whatnot. Works really good for that. So, all right. So this is the very similar thing, except this is a microfine. So it's going to make it even smoother than the last one. How much for the Superior Grit? I think I paid $9.99 for these little containers because I was just going to test it out. There it is there. Because I was just going to test it out, but I'm going to be buying the big one now. So, but yeah, you go to penblanks.ca. You can check out William Woodwright, and you can buy stuff from them. This stuff from them. I think you might be able to get it from it's a new channel sponsor, the Woodshed, which is woodshedlumber.com. I believe they have finishes. I don't know if they have Superior Grit, but can definitely check there as well. All right, so that is looking pretty good, feeling even better, and it doesn't even have a finish on it yet. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to put this on it for a finish. Just simple shop wax. It's like a paste wax. Definitely check them out, like to see what shipping is. If shipping is too much because Superior Grit is coming from Canada, then look up Yorkshire Grit if you're in the US, because that is now owned by an American company. So it's owned by Easy Wood Tools. This shop wax is really nice. I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm actually gonna let it kind of sit for a minute before I do any polishing. We still have to cut this off, but that's okay. But it gives a really, really nice finish. 8 more likes. All we need is 8 more likes. Turner's Warehouse, beautiful. Is the one in Canada in Ontario? If you're, are you talking about William Woodwright or the woodshed? Yeah, they're both in Ontario. One of them is in Guelph. One of them is in Smithsville. So they're actually, I guess the closest they would be, if you look at stateside, is Niagara Falls, New York. Because Smithsville, for the woodshed anyway, same with the other one, is only about 30 minutes away from Niagara Falls, Canada, which borders Niagara Falls, New York. Okay. That is fairly well coated. Look at that shine, though. And a lot of this is because of the grit, the superior grit. So I stand by this stuff 1000% as far as how good it is. It is, it's actually my go-to. I used to do CA finishes on a lot of this stuff, not anymore. That is freaking beautiful. Like, look at that, the gloss and everything on that, right? Look at that. And so all that is shop wax. That's it. Nothing super fancy. Same stuff you like paste wax, same stuff you put on like table sauce to preserve the cast iron. Right? So definitely Bumbleshoots. Check them out. Awesome stuff. Okay. Now we got to get this parted. Maybe shipping won't be bad. Hopefully shipping won't be bad. All right, we're going to put our burl gouge back. We're going to break out our parting tool. Here we go. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm going to bring you guys up here a little bit. I've got to go sand the nub off. So I'm just going to go back to my sander here. And then I'm going to add some shop wax onto it also. Beauty. Dr. Kirk's from Craft Supply USA for paste grit. That's cool. If they've got it, absolutely. All right. Putting some shop wax on the nub end. This should look pretty cool, though. All right. Very good. So, give you guys an idea. That will go on there. And then this, like that. And there is our ice cream scoop. That's pretty cool. I like this one. I do. So, now we need epoxy. So that's the next step. And you know what? We're just going to do the epoxy finish right now and get it done. So I've got No, not that stuff there. Quick weld. JB Weld stuff. And it sets in 6 minutes. So that's not much time. But should work well. So let's do this. Can't subscribe any more than I already have. Fair enough. Amazon on there. That's not bad, actually. That is not bad. Okay, so we're gonna do. I know what I'll do. I'll leave you guys down here. Just for the assembly of this one. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my 12-inch DeWalt quick clamp because this is how I'm going to kind of secure it in place afterwards. That way I can set it to the side and let it cure. Shut up, Mike. Oh, God. Okay, I think the 4 to 6 minute epoxy. I don't know if it's any good still. Let's see. No, it's shot. Okay, hardener's not coming out. See, Mike? Stupid epoxy. That's garbage. But I have 4 to 6 hour epoxy too. So this one I know works because I just used it and it's brand new. Okay. This one is not way too much, but that's fine. This one's a little bit more forgiving but it's got a longer cure time. But that being said, the strength on this stuff here, I think it was like 15,000 pounds per square inch. So use some bubble gum. So like the way you gotta to epoxy this in, it's really awkward, but essentially we got to put some on this side, some on this side. Can't put it on the outsides here because then it's going to push off on the edge of this. So that will not work. So just going to do this very carefully. A little bit on the bottom works as well. Keep in mind that, and yeah, don't get it on the collar. But just kind of spreading it out a little bit. All right. Moment of truth. Here we go. We're in. So I don't need clamping pressure, but this is just going to help hold it together while it cures because it's going to have to cure overnight. Okay. All right, so let's lift this up. Now we're done with the epoxy. See if you can all guess what project I'm going to do next. Beautiful, but where's the collar? Right there. See? There's the collar right there. So that's it. Done. So now this epoxy is 4 to 6 hour set. So we're gonna set this aside. And hang on, I don't like that it's a little bit off center. Not that it matters, but I'm picky. There we go. That's just going to help ensure that it's going to cure straight, which is kind of the goal. Hang on a sec here. It's actually pushing the collar on a little bit more. So now make one out of resin. No resin. No resin. Oh, we're like almost at 200 likes. Oh, we were so close. 199, at least what I'm seeing anyways. But if it's 200 on your end, cool. That's amazing. Okay. Any guesses as to what I'm going to do next? Just curious. Now, I also got a whole bunch of lacquer all over this, so we're going to polish it up and get the lacquer off. Because I, as much as I can, try to look after these things so that way they'll last. I see 200. Let's see more. Oh, hell yeah. We can get way more than 200. Or 200 what? 200 likes, and we're only 2 hours in. So we can definitely get more likes. Definitely. All you got to do is double tap that screen. 201. Beauty. Let's keep it going. Okay. All right. We're going to put this back. We're good there. I'm going to have to clean up a little bit because I got like no space left because of all the sawdust. So I don't have a bowl blank prepped. I do have a bowl blank. I'm not turning this one today just because I got to do stuff for the show. But look at that thing. It's a Peely, 8-inch by 3-inch. Can't wait to use this. It smells so good. Woodshedlumber.com. Awesome stuff. Okay, same with pen blanks, which is where we're going. As resin, you could be swimming in plastic spaghetti. I swam in plastic spaghetti last weekend when I turned one pen blank. Never again. A bowl. Here, I'll show you guys what I got so far. So here, okay, here's the bowl. This was a remake. So this is the first one I ever turned. Okay, on this lathe anyways, but I just redid it. That was per my wife's request. Love the stripe. Oh, the striping on this. This is burl, so it's all natural. All the colors and everything are natural. See, you can even see the hole right through there. Love this thing. See my shop after 5 resin blanks. Ugh, no. I don't want to swim in resin. It's brutal stuff. What's up, Chase? How are you, man? You know, it's funny. I've been turning fancier pens from Strong Ink, which are freaking amazing, and it's like taking time to get used to slimline again. So, okay. We are gonna do another pen out of this wood here. I'm trying to remember what this wood is. Hang on a second here. Good Lord, I can't remember. Can't remember what it's called, but that's okay. This one was not labeled, but not the end of the world. So we're gonna do this with a gold slimline pen. But we got to drill out the blank and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to do that stuff next. Wenge could be. Here, have a look. I haven't used a lot of Wenge, so I don't know. But what do you think? I don't believe it is. Amazing. 2 hours later. Mark, that's awesome, dude. Good for you, man. That is awesome. You've been turning cheater pens? Oh, cheater pens. Is that where you take like the Bic lead out and just put from a Bic pen and put that in? That's not cheater. I mean, you're still technically turning a pen, so it still counts. All right. Hang on, I gotta clean that off. Handiest thing to have at a lathe because you can turn your chuck on and everything, and just put it right up against the teeth. Cleans it right out. Same with your drill bits. They are fantastic. Okay, hang on a sec here. If you guys haven't checked out the video for this yet, Giraffe Tools, wall-mounted shop vac. You can see it there in the back corner. Freaking amazing. And Bluetooth, right? So works so freaking good. Just nice, quick, easy cleanup. But we're not doing it all right now. I just needed a tiny bit of space. Do you want one of those wall vacs? There it is right there. Giraffe Tools. You can see the link in the description. Dude, it is freaking amazing. Just be careful, Chase. I don't want to get you in trouble again with your wife, man. I don't want to do that. But if you buy one, blame it on me anyway. Because why not? Your girl loves making pens. That's awesome. Sylvia, what's up? Don't put your finger near a spinning chuck or resaw band blade. Kind of hurts. Okay, so spinning chuck did it. I just did that tonight or today. Bandsaw blade, hell no. That is like ridiculously dangerous. Do not do that. Love the wall vac. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. It is one hell of a wall vac. You definitely got to check it out. So it is really cool. It's not like the exact same amount of suction that you would get out of, let's say, like a, your traditional floor shop vac. But it's still a lot of suction that you get out of that thing. I don't remember what the CFMs are, the cubic feet per minute. I don't remember for sure. Come on. All right. We got to drill it out. Love this thing. Keyless chuck. Amazing. So much, like so easy. And it was like $23 on Amazon. Guitar picks on a resaw blade, not wise. No. I wouldn't do guitar picks on a bandsaw, period. It just seems like incredibly painful. All right. For these, for the pens, I only wear safety glasses just because nothing's going to fly off. Not these things. They're small, so should be fine. But just drilling them out right now. So let's get these drilled out. Hey, Mike, just so you know, I did not wax the bit. I thought you'd like to know that. Hear that, Mike? That is pure, raw, unwaxed drill bit. Almost there. I love doing these on the with the chuck in there though, because it's just easy. Everything is like in one place. I thought you might. Manual drill press guide. Drill caught up with fractured your knuckles on your dominant hand. Put me out of commission before I got started. Haven't been in your shop since. Too cold. Oh, Nicole. Ooh, ouch. Manual drill press guide. Caught spun, fractured your knuckles. Ouch. Yeah, you definitely got to be careful about that. You got a vise or whatnot if you can secure it down. It's good. Garage door is stuck open. Oh, that's not good if it's that cold. And if it's snowing or whatnot, that's definitely not good. See, Mike, that was all for you, buddy. Here we go. There's the 2. I swear I'm going to mute you. I wouldn't blame you. It is really bloody annoying. I will say that. It is definitely annoying. Okay. All right. I got to get the brass tubes for these, and we're going to get them set in. So we are good to go. Well, sure. That works. Okay, so I'm just going to rough the tubes up a bit. This is just so CA glue sticks a bit better. And a lot of people don't use the CA glue when they're going to be putting the brass tubes inside the blanks. I do, just because it helps to hold it in place, and then I'll shove it over to the to the drill press to do the barrel trimming. Mm-hmm. See, just helps hold it in place. That's one. Do. See, the nice part of this, the way I do it, I bang the brass tube up against my my table here, so that way it flushes the one side. That way I only have to use a barrel trimmer on one end. Just makes it easier. All right. So there's my drill press, and I've got this little clamp here, but I made these little freaking pieces, which are really cool, and just put some magnets in the back end, just for holding these things and keeping them straight. So it just makes it nice and easy. Here we go. All right. Ready to rock. Now we just got to get them mounted on here, and we're good to go. Minus 14, warmed up to 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Huh. Charcuterie board done right now. Nice, dude. Nothing wrong with that. We have another extreme cold warning in place tonight because Canada is that amazing. Well, for those who deal in Fahrenheit, we're supposed to be down around minus 40 Fahrenheit tonight. So that's where my garage heater's got to work overtime. Okay. I'm gonna get you guys situated. Let's see, where is it? There it is. This camera mount has got like 3 different points that I've got to like tighten and whatnot. So it's a bit of a pain. Hang on a sec. Tis not working very good. That's a bit better. There we go. And I can stop dropping shit. Sitting here in 4 degrees Celsius and a shit ton of rain. That's brutal, the amount of rain that you guys get. My God. Okay, for this, I am using carbides for this. So I'm going to use my round because it goes pretty quick. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Don't square up the ends to the insert. Absolutely not. So the actual, well, so sorry, they are trimmed. So the ends are trimmed to be flush with the barrel. And what you'll see, it's only a little tiny gap in the middle. But once I get like the next 1/8 of an inch of wood off, then you'll actually see that it's back here and it's already trimmed to the barrel. This side is already flush trimmed to the barrel because when I glued it in, I push the barrel in and then I push it flat up against the surface and then I spray it with accelerator, so it's already flush. So I've never had an issue yet. What's up, buddy? The ice cream scoop? It went well. See?
Oh, I didn't see it there. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I like that handle.
Hang on. I hope I didn't. Hang on. I thought for a second there that it was compressing the blank or the kit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you messed.
Hang on, guys. I had to. My son wanted to see the ice cream scoop,
Oh, so you made it to
and I had to make a slight adjustment. Yeah, I'll sharpen it later, buddy. That thing needs to. That tool's going to be restored. Okay.
Actually, you know what? It actually means
Wondering how you go about it. Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll kind of see it pop out, Rich. All right, so we're gonna go mock Jesus on this. Mock Jesus puts this at 3,845 RPM. That's what we're gonna turn it at. Bye, bud. See, all of a sudden the gap in the middle appeared. It's because I already flush trimmed it. Oh, Don, recovering from pneumonia. Oh, that's not good. But at least you're recovering. This one's gonna look cool because gold hardware. You do not turn at mock Jesus. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but I mean, definitely works. There, so I'm flush with the bushings now. There we go. That's our shape. Done. When you get good at it, you can turn a pen within minutes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, Mark, 100%. It's completely therapeutic. Couldn't agree more. Grip it and rip it. Grip it and rip it. Mark, Jesus, that's amazing. Oh, that's awesome. 2,600 RPM for the last small bowl and ashtray. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. 4 minutes for a slimline. Are you talking about my time? That's not bad. Okay. Drill, I'm going to take mic off. Hang on. I don't even know what this wood is, so. Okay. Alibaba, that's where these kits are coming from. The ones from Alibaba, they are really, really good. But also Strong Ink pens. Check them out as well. Oh, what am I doing? Check them out as well because theirs are also fantastic. The slimlines. You're probably about right, Mike. I think I paid $62 for 50 kits, but that's Canadian. So that's a bit different. Okay. We're going to go to the grit again, just because the good finish that it does. Or, yeah, I guess finish. Technically what it is. As I suspected, this one's going to be dark. That's what I was hoping for. What'd you say? Tailstock and you are flush. Camera looks proud. I don't know what you mean. Okay, hang on a sec. I didn't put enough on. Okay, so now we're done the standard. Now we go microfine. And we're going to make it even smoother. Oh no, it should be fine, Mike. Now, don't do what I just did and stick your finger inside there. I did it very carefully. Don't do that. You don't want to wrap your finger on those things. They'll cut your finger good. Been there and done that. Okay, now, oh my God, that is a beautiful finish. Okay, so I'm going to do two finishes on this. I'm going to start with a microcrystalline wax, and I'm going to put a coat of that on this Then on top of that, to give it a bit more shine, I'm going to put some of the shop wax. The reason for this stuff is because this wax does not melt into between your fingers when you hold it. Yeah, it rips nails off. Yep. Yeah, it must be the camera angle. A pen press? That'd be cool if they did. Okay, finally, shop wax. I still love this stuff. This has actually become like my favorite finish from Strong Ink. Or from Bumbleshoot, sorry. Come on. I gotta slow this down just to get it on here. And then we'll give it a minute. It's funny, the finish takes actually longer than turning the pen. I mean, in my opinion. They're going to look at it soon? Oh, that's cool. All right, let's crank it up. That's pretty good. That's good. All right. Oh man, this is beautiful, smooth like you wouldn't believe. God, I'm running out of clean spaces to put pen blanks. Hang on. There, use my little tool cart. Now all we got to do is assemble. Do-do-do. Are you talking about the pen? Yeah, the pen got a lot darker. All right, and then we put our pen press in. Now we can press them together. So let me bring the pieces over. I'll clear a little bit of space underneath. We'll start with the tips, so we're going gold. Do-do-do. Okay. Now, hang on a second. You're over here. Okay. I'm going to put our ink in here just to... Oh, we popped through. We're good. Now, we can put the rest of this together. These kits are like so easy to assemble. All right. So let's look at this. Look at that. The green color and everything in that is really nice. That one turned out cool. I like the gold. I'm digging it. Totally digging it. Use a pen press here in the UK. Put the pens together, not the lathe. That's a different way to make them. Yeah, so these are actually attachments that go in to the lathe with the mortise taper too. And they're intended for exactly pressing pens. I didn't want to have a separate tool for doing it. That's all. So anyways, so look at that. So this is the one that we just did, which is awesome. I did this one before I came live. This is a Bloodwood, which I really like that one. This is a Purple Heart, which is not bad. I do like Purple Heart, but I don't know. Sometimes it just seems hit or miss. But yeah, really nice. This Bloodwood is beautiful. Absolutely love it. So we got 3 pens made, which was awesome. We got this beautiful bowl kind of finished up, which is nice, the way it should be. And it's still in the clamps, but there's our ice cream scoop. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And it'll be a little bit before it's solid, because it's got to set. So hopefully it'll set overnight. It says it takes 4 to 6 hours, but I would not be putting pressure on an ice cream scoop like that for longer. Definitely for longer. So anyways, Soldier, I appreciate that, Jim. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. Right, much appreciated. There's a scoop for sale booth. Yeah, so tomorrow. So my daughter and I. So my daughter she doesn't do woodworking. She's 17, but she does crochet work, and she does pipe cleaner, like flowers, right? And of course we got Valentine's Day coming up. So this market that's coming up starting tomorrow and actually runs this weekend, next weekend, and the weekend after, but I only signed up for this weekend. So we've got a booth, the 2 of us, where I'm bringing all my woodworking stuff, and she is bringing all her she's bringing all the pipe cleaner flowers and a bunch of her crochet stuff. And essentially what we do, and we typically do this at all shows, is we share a table. So we've got a 2-foot by 8-foot table. That's it. So we don't have a lot of space, but we're gonna figure out a way to set everything up, and we'll be there for 2 days this weekend. If today goes good, then we'll go probably for next weekend, maybe, or maybe I will anyway, and kind of go from there. What's up, Jamie? How are you, man? Do I heat up my Purple Heart, Hunter? No, I don't heat up my Purple Heart. Why would I do that? Curious. Because I honestly don't know, but I'd love to know why. Or what does that do? Are you talking about the effect of turning the Purple Heart brown? I know that like sunlight, UV light does that. But Jeff, what's going on? How are you? Just finishing up here. So did a few things for this live. So this is a maple burl bowl. So this is actually the first one I turned on a lathe, but I had to fix it up. So that's done, but she's solid. Then an ice cream scoop and a few pens, slimline pens, until the others come in. So pretty sweet. Little torch turns it a deep purple. Really? With a little torch, it turns it a deep purple. So now So like if I was just to take a piece of Purple Heart and put a torch to it, it's going to turn it deep purple, or is it just going to set it on fire? Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff, 210 likes. We had a lot of people in here, which is freaking awesome. Helps it from losing the color. Got to use a UV inhibitor finish. I use marine spar on it. Honestly, cool wood, but pain in the ass to work with. Yeah, you know what? It is a really, really cool wood. I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Purple Heart blanks left. And then once I've done those blanks, I probably won't buy any more Purple Heart because I'm not too interested in it. Have I made my daughter a crochet hook? Yes, I did actually. So for Christmas time, I bought her a set of crochet hooks with the so it was like the quick change with the chuck and everything in the end, and it came with like 11 different size crochet hooks. And so I turned the handle for her, and I used cherry burl to do that because I have a bunch of this beautiful cherry burl. So I turned it for her with a cherry burl handle, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Like all this stuff, it's so nicely figured, right? So yeah, but she absolutely loved it. This one's for Mike Wilson. This is the close that I will ever get to doing resin fill stuff. This is just CA filled in the cracks of this burl, and then I've never done anything with it since. I have no idea what to do with it. It's so thin. So everyone's staying warm? Absolutely. But I'm in Canada, Jeff, so we're kind of used to it. We're hitting minus 40 Fahrenheit tonight. So hey, you're back. Mike, I was just saying that this is the closest that I'm going to get to doing any sort of epoxy fill with. This is CA glue. I will not get any closer than that. All right. Use a glue chuck. And turn the top. Ah, you know what, Jeff? That's actually a really good idea. I could absolutely do that. You will. I'm not doing it, Mike. Nope, I'm not doing it. If I'm going to do any resin stuff, or if I need to do resin stuff, I'm going to ask my beautiful, amazing wife if she can do it for me. And then I'll have her turn it because I really don't want to. It is so bloody messy. Nothing that big. Yeah. So Jamie, so this is, how deep was that? Here's the problem. I haven't done anything with it because I did this quite a while ago. I filled it with CA, and then I realized like I did a lot more research on it to figure out, how brutal CA can be. As soon as I turn this thing, I'm a little bit worried about the CA basically shattering. So that's why I haven't done anything with it yet. Almost all of the blank to turn. Huh. Cool. Couple ornaments for Christmas. That's not a bad idea. It's talking about torching the Purple Heart. Yeah, I could torch some Purple Heart. I'll do that at some point just to see what it looks like. Right now, I've been doing some, I guess, kind of some organizing in the shop. And so this is kind of what I'm working on. Like, this is kind of sanding and bushings and whatnot. These are all the pen blanks that I have because I just restocked last week. And I got some really, really cool ones like Coco Bolo and some other ones. And then down here, that's a nice 8x3 Sapili to be turned, a whole bunch of cherry. And then I've still got my, over in the corner there, if you can see it, my logs kind of piled up. Where is it? Over there. So I'm just working on trying to organize some of this stuff. And I actually took my whole lathe station and I took like the walls off and everything. So I've been ripping stuff apart just to try and make it a bit easier. Plus, I need more big blanks for both. Oh, absolutely, I do. But Jeff, here's the cool part is I went to a show last weekend at sorry, I'm just grabbing some at William Woodwright. That's where I got all the pen blanks. They're the ones I buy the blanks from, and sometimes some of the kits, right? that I buy from them. Well, their supplier is a company called the Woodshed. So I actually met the president, Dan of the Woodshed, and he's a super awesome guy. Right here, it's these guys here. So it's woodshedlumber.com. In any case, him and I got talking, and he is we're gonna kind of team up a little bit for some promo stuff, where he's gonna send blanks, like bowl blanks or pen blanks or whatever it is, because where I get mine from with William Woodwright, the Woodshed supplies them. So anyways, so they're going to be sending some stuff. This is just one of the ones that I picked up last week. I'm saving it because I'm not ready to turn it yet, because I got to turn some other stuff for the show tomorrow. But so there's going to be way more blanks coming for turning blanks, and they're going to be coming from woodshedlumber.com. So there's a link in the description if you want to check them out. But they're here in Canada, down by Niagara Falls, actually, is where they are. But yes, Jeff, definitely need more bowl blanks. I'm trying to stock it up a little bit. That's why I got an empty shelf to help encourage me to do it. So you got a really oddly shaped piece of walnut that's about 8/4. Ooh. So I may trim it, try a bowl. That'll be nice. So I do have a piece of walnut I've been saving, and it's this one. And this is 8/4, and it's beautifully figured. Like, just it's a beautiful piece of lumber. This is one piece that it needs a resin fill. The texture of this is so beautiful. I can't bring myself to cut it up. So my wife is going to be doing that one for me, and filling it. So maybe do a practice setup before you go. Yeah, absolutely. So my daughter and I, we've done quite a few of these shows, so we got a pretty good idea on setup, except we normally have an L shape. Now we only have one 8-foot table instead of a 6-foot and a 4-foot table. So, but I'm also setting up a black shelf in the back. So we're going to be doing some of the setup stuff tonight. So that was the goal, is I wanted to turn some stuff and kind of hang out with you guys a little bit while I do it. And then I got to go inside and start setting up for the show. So definitely going to be doing that. Pen blanks from that, or small glue up bowls. Oh, 100% I could. Absolutely I could. Plus, over here, I've got a shit ton of hard maple sitting there. I've got another chunk of 8/4 walnut right below the one over there that I just showed you. I've got another 8/4 piece right there. And then up here, ignore all that. That's the trim for my basement that I like keep forgetting to put on the wall for like 2 years now, but I'll get there. But then there's a bunch of cherry and everything up there too. So that's just a small stock. But if you look in the lean-to at the side of my garage, the side of my shop, that's where I've got a lot of cherry and pine, which I'll be getting rid of or burning the pine because I hate it. So, but crying to be airbrushed into bowl blanks. Absolutely it is, Mike. But so is this piece of hard maple that's already cut up for pen blanks. Right? So unfortunately, that maple up there, I guess it could be, but most of it's only about 2.5 to 3 inches wide, so they'd be really small bowls. Sorry, I thought you said pen blanks, but definitely pen blanks. And I haven't got everything hooked back up yet, but I still have you see here my airbrush set up. So it's hard to see, but all I have to do is essentially hook the airline into here, and then it's pressurized and active, right? So I'm still just kind of setting some of the stuff back up. Spalted Beach you showed today, you have some of that as pen blanks. Dude, that Spalted Beach was bloody phenomenal looking. Like the spalting lines in it were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So that's going to be a really, really nice piece. Do I dye any of my blanks? I do not. I don't dye them. But what I do sometimes is I paint them with an airbrush and use acrylic. And then I'll do like a CA finish or whatnot over top of them. But I've got all kinds of acrylic colors and whatnot. So spalt the pine as well. I just want to burn the pine, Jeff. I hate pine so much. I grew up with it. My father was a woodworker as well, but for some reason, pine is the only wood he would work with. He would never touch a hardwood. He would never touch anything else. I don't know why. It was only pine. And our house that we grew up in was all 6 by 12-inch pine beams. So that was pretty cool for structure. But I'm tired of using and pine and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll see. A lot of the pine that I've got, it's 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches thick. And they're flat boards about 18 to 20 inches wide. So they're from big pine trees. Got spalted pine in it. Worked great. I don't know. You can, pine actually turns pretty good. I have turned pine. That was the first wood I ever turned on a lathe when I was younger, was pine. And then I have turned it since, and it actually does. It does do a pretty decent job. So slab you have is 6 inches thick. Wow. That's really thick. So I don't know. We'll see. I still have some of the bowling alley to deal with. See the bowling alley down there? So that's where the handle came from that I did for the ice cream scoop. But I got to work on some other stuff as well. My mother has given me some other things. She wants these cutting boards to see if I can do something with them, refinish them. My son was trying to do something with these handles. So we're just having fun, because why not, right? It's the one I did with the orange eye in the center. Okay. Okay. I have to look again. No, that's cool, Jeff. All right. What's a good size for homemade pen blanks? Good size for homemade pen blanks. Here's one suggestion. So this is a homemade pen blank, or sorry, just a pen blank, but similar to homemade. This is only 5/8 square. Go at least 3/4 inch square. And then, I don't know, maybe 5 inches long. Yes, you need a new planer before you start glue ups. Which Find by Tool, as amazing as they are, and they are a channel sponsor, they need to get their act together and sort this shit out for you. Just because of the issue with getting it over to you with the shipping. But yeah, they have to sort that out. But yeah. Yeah, 3/4 square, Jeff. 100%. They're being assholes. I don't get that. It's just because they were out of stock. So fine, they're out of stock. I understand, but communicate, right? That's all you got to do. Sometimes people are okay with something as long as you communicate with them or you don't try to avoid them. But I don't know. I'll cheat and get square dowels to start. There's nothing wrong with that. Or just run, if you have a table saw, Nicole, just run it through your table saw and rip it down if you can. Ordered on the 18th of January. I know. 18th of January. What are we at? February 5th? 6th? Something like that. In any case, everybody, I am going to jump out of here. I think Mike from the Whackin' Shack is going to be probably going on. Possibly Steve from My Honey's Handmade. So definitely go check them out. But check out the other awesome channels in here. We got a lot of really good ones in the chat. We've got Mr. Michael Wilson in here, 2-minute tips for wood turners. Jeff, another awesome channel. And we've had some other amazing ones in here too. Not all of them in here, but 77 Rockets, New Beginnings. So make sure to check out all these other channels. Awesome people. As far as this video, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you. And I love the conversation and everything back and forth. Absolutely amazing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, grab a membership if you want. It just helps the channel. There's even cheap ones there. But subscribing doesn't cost you anything. And that really, really helps the channel out a lot. So if you could do that, that would be amazing. Aside from that, I'm going to jump out of here. Peace, everybody. Thank you so much for being in here. Appreciate all of you. It's great hanging out as always. And we'll talk soon. Stay safe.